Young Chop is back in the headlines, and once again it's hard to know what's real and what's not. He's been throwing around wild claims lately, and honestly, it feels like he's running out of new stories. First, he's saying he used a fake ID to get on the reality show Making the Band, which was run by Diddy. Now, this could be true. He claims he had a warrant and needed to be 18 to audition, so he lied about his age. But here's where things get shaky. If you really dig into the timeline, Making the Band 2 started around 2003 or 2004. That would put him around the right age, even without faking it. So why use a fake ID if he was already close to the required age? Then he claims he got signed to Bad Boy Records, which makes the fake ID story even more unbelievable. When you get signed to a major label like that, there are contracts, background checks, legal documents, tax forms, and social security numbers involved. You can't just fake your way through that. But he takes it even further. He says he made the song Shake Ya Tailfeather with Chingy, and that Diddy stole the record from him and gave it to Nelly. That song was massive. It had Diddy, Nelly, and Murphy Lee, and it won a Grammy. The idea that Diddy would risk everything to steal a song from a teenager with a fake ID just doesn't make sense. It feels like Young Chop is pulling a Gene Deal move, mixing half-truths with fantasy to keep people interested. Gene Deal has done it for years, dropping little-known facts about the industry, then spinning wild tales just to keep the YouTube checks coming in. That's the game now. You tell just enough truth to seem legit, and then you start making things up once people are paying attention. Young Chop might be in that same boat now. He's reaching for the spotlight again. While all that chaos is happening, Ciara has her own drama. She went online, seemingly moved by the Holy Spirit, to tell Jim Jones to finally marry Chrissy. She got emotional, pleading with him to do the right thing. But here's what she doesn't know. Chrissy has already moved on. They're not going to talk about it publicly, but people close to them say it's over. They've still got shared assets and probably some kind of arrangement where they each do their thing quietly. Chrissy is beautiful, no doubt, and Ciara's advice is coming from a good place. But telling someone to marry a woman who's already with someone else? That's just awkward. And then she throws shade by acting like she's the relationship expert. Let's be real. Nobody's trying to copy that whole PR-driven picture-perfect marriage she has with Russell Wilson. It's no secret that Russell was her way out of a messy situation. It worked for her. But trying to act like she's the example everyone else should follow? That's a reach. Chrissy already left. Ciara's playing the wrong hand. Meanwhile, Claressa Shields decided it was a good idea to compare herself to Jesus. Yes, Jesus. She was talking about all the hate she's been getting online and said people hate greatness, just like they hated Jesus. Somehow she believes the critics coming at her and Papoose are just proof of their greatness. That's next level. Delusion. Comparing hate comments on social media to Jesus being crucified is wild. There's no need to even explain why that's off. She's clearly loving the attention more than anything else. That kind of statement says everything. On another front, Ray J is once again trying to keep himself in the conversation. He now says he's thinking about fleeing the country because of the Diddy lawsuits and trial drama. But let's be honest, Ray J just wants to be back in the blogs. He's fishing for a new headline. Whether it's Diddy, Kim Kardashian, or something else, he always finds a way to insert himself into the trending topics. And now he's trying to get on big platforms, like Piers Morgan, by pretending he's got inside info. It's transparent. Nobody's buying it anymore. One of the biggest controversies lately is Timberland signing an AI artist. Guru, one of the most respected names in hip-hop engineering, called him out directly. He said Timberland's decision was dangerous, not just musically but culturally. Guru made it clear. People look up to Timberland. If he's saying AI artists are okay, a whole generation of young producers and artists will follow that lead. And that's where the problem begins. Music isn't just sound, it's feeling, emotion, energy. You can't replicate that with code. AI can create something that sounds like music, but it will never feel like music made by a real person. You can copy styles. You can copy voices. You can even copy a whole song structure, but you can't copy the soul. That's why people like Timberland matter so much. When they co-sign something, it sends a message. Guru is just trying to stop that message before it spreads. There have always been artists who get copied. When Soulja Boy dropped Crank That, everybody started making ringtone rap. When 50 Cent came out, there were 50 clones with tank tops and G-Unit chains trying to ride that same wave. Then Drake changed the game. After Drake blew up, you suddenly had 20 guys rapping with that emotional tone and melodic flow. Some even hit for a moment. Remember Kirko Bangs, he was everywhere for a few months. But it didn't last. It never does. That's because copying never wins long term. You can mimic success, but you can't replace originality. AI artists are just the latest form of that copying. They'll be around for a minute, maybe even get a hit or two. But it won't last. And people need real voices, real emotion. That's why the Timberlands and the gurus of the world are so important. They protect the heart of music. Speaking of Timberland, let's not forget what happened with Verzuz. Swizz Beatz is still trying to act like he didn't sell out. But he did. They sold Verzuz to Triller for $50 million. That's not building something for the culture. That's flipping something for a check. They say it was about the culture, about giving artists a platform during the pandemic, but when the money came, they cashed out. And once they did, Verzuz lost all its magic. It became a business move, not a moment for the fans. People don't forget that. They didn't even share that money with the artists who made Verzuz what it was. That's not about the culture. That's about profit. And that's fine. Just stop pretending it was anything else. Then we've got Boozy, who now says he wants to become a cheerleader or ballerina. It's